Independent media on YouTube has been dying for some time due to the pulling out of so many sponsors as a result of people complaining about supposed wrongdoings by people and then taking it out on the advertisers. Now, one of the things that makes independent media possible is the fact that they can make money, because someone who has to work a regular full-time job next to doing independent media can't dedicate the time and resources it's necessary to carry it out. And now all the people who are independent media, like Jimmy Dore, for example, are being hit by this because of advertisers pulling out over some of the absolutely smallest things, for things that people know very well that advertisers don't support. Okay, so you have 5 billion video views a day on YouTube. Obviously, an advertiser cannot see absolutely everything. And of course, absolutely every video that an advertisement appears on, it's not something they're endorsing. People are telling me that they're getting Prager University ads on my videos. I mean, are we supposed to then turn around and, say to Prager University to stop supporting Jason Unruh? Of course, Prager University doesn't. That's not how ads work on YouTube. They're targeted towards the specific person who's watching them. It's absolutely nonsense. It is, in a manner of speaking, a form of censorship. So you've got all these little, independent media groups and personalities, etc., that have provided a great deal of much more honest information than the mainstream media, the big, corporate conglomerates have given us. And then all this complaining is just outright trying to destroy them. I mean, it's absolute nonsense. And people complain over things that make absolutely no sense. Not even just the Prager University example I just gave, but Coca-Cola appears on something you don't like. So then they call up Coca-Cola, complain, and try to get a campaign to hurt Coca-Cola to take, and then they start taking videos off of YouTube left and right and start hurting a lot of people who are content creators. And that's particularly important for people who are trying to be independent media. So if you're watching a regular mainstream television show on, say, whatever channel, Fox or what have you, and there's an insinuation or, a depiction of rape inside the story, and then it cuts to commercial, there's Coca-Cola. Do you call up Coca-Cola and say, you're condoning rape by being in this? Absolutely not. Because nobody in their right mind would think Coca-Cola is doing that. This is a result of SJWs getting wildly out of control, to the point where their own actions are undermining themselves and are undermining freedom of speech. It was one thing to say, to be angry at someone using racial epithets or promoting homophobia, sexism, etc. It is another to just be outright trying to destroy whole independent media outlets just because you're offended by something. And not just that you're offended by something, but you have some kind of absurd connection in your mind that somehow the advertisers who just have their ads in there based on stuff that you are watching are responsible for that content. If I were to say death to America right now, can you really say that the ad that played before this video therefore sponsors the statement death to America? Of course not. That would be absolutely absurd. And not only that, the people whose ads appear before my videos, the same as the people whose ads appear before other people's videos, have no idea what the content even is. To even assume that they support it is outright just being a fucking asshole. Because you can't even assume that they would know when there's no way that they could know. And that's what's really pissing me off here. Is you got these SJW fucking jerk-offs complaining about every single tiny little thing and trying to shame like whole companies into pulling money out of things that people actually need. Now, I don't give a shit about the particular companies, whether they succeed or fail. This isn't about defending capitalism. This is about defending the one tiny thing that first world people are willing to do. They're at least willing to say something. They're at least willing to spread information. And could SJWs not sabotage that? I'm not expecting first world people to go out and do revolution and risk their lives in a war. But it's nice that a lot of them still try to get information out. And then these SJW assholes are sabotaging that one little thing that first world people actually do. And if they could just, go ahead and stop doing that, that would be great. But that's not what this is about. That is not what SJWs are about. They're about whining like a bunch of fucking cocksuckers about every tiny little thing that they don't like. It reminds me of a meme I saw just like a few minutes ago about had Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City typing on her computer, writing an article or whatever it is. In the midst of all this stuff about World War III, I started thinking, should I be worrying about World War Me? And I could not think of a better example to describe, SJWs or the general first world trend. And that as all of this is the fucking Third World War could possibly break out, these people cannot think about anything but their own fucking petty feelings. Possibly the biggest issue that the world faces today, which could get millions upon millions of people killed, if not tens of millions of people killed. They can't just step away from being offended by something for one goddamn second. And not only that, it's never even occurred to them to just not watch, viewpoints that they don't like. I don't watch Stefan Molyneux. I think he's a fucking psychopath. I don't watch him. I don't like the Young Turks. I don't watch them. There's plenty of channels that I don't like, and I don't watch them. And then I don't get any ads for them either. And then they don't get any ad revenue from me not watching them. At no point do I try to sabotage people and destroy it. While these people are trying to just stop any tiny little thing that could offend them whatsoever, they're essentially just completely annihilating, millions of people that are trying to do something good. And that's the whole point, is that their liberal individualism is so hyper focused on their own goddamn feelings that they don't think about how their actions affect the larger picture. It's just absolutely absurd, and it's just another perfect example of first worldism. The hyper focus on self. So to all the SJWs that are completely fucking everything up for everybody, even a great deal of people that they agree with, sabotaging their own cause, man, just fucking kill yourselves. Seriously. Because right now, you're almost as bad as the people that you claim to be against. And maybe you need to shut off your computer and get off the internet and go fucking do something with your life. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.